Okay, so I think we have a couple of alumni on the call today. And here we're just going to get them to talk about their experience very quickly. Just a couple of minutes just to give you an idea on, just to let you know that we haven't been, the things that we've been speaking about, we have live evidence to back it up. So I don't know. So Catherine, do you want to go first? I see you joined a bit later on, but thank you. Welcome onto the call and thank you for joining.
All
So yeah,
right.
take the floor away, Catherine, and just spend a couple of minutes just explain to people what we do and what you've learned from the course. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Catherine. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My
Afternoon.
name is Catherine, and I just want to say thank you, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to share my experience today as a past GRC student. About my background, really, I just quickly go into that. I'm a geologist by training. And as a geologist, all what I've ever done, before I attended the class was to support geological and geophysical data, which I did for more than 15 years before coming to the UK, which means I had no experience at all when you talk about governance risk and compliance, which is what GRC was all about. And so about 2 years ago, I had reasons to leave Nigeria and then to come to the UK. And I was considering what could I probably do, when I get into the UK. I was looking for a career that will be dignifying, that will also put money in my pocket also. And I was also looking at something not too technical because all what I've done as a database administrator was just all technical, and I wanted to move away from that. So I was just lucky, really, to have met with Mr. Tunde Falode then, who introduced me to the GRC training. And then initially, though, I have to be sincere with you, I was skeptical because I really didn't know much about governance risk compliance. I don't even have any background about it. I don't even know what it's all about because that was totally different from, my background where I was coming from. So he actually encouraged me really to attend an open day section like this, like the one you guys are having today. And I decided to at least let's give it a go. And my mind was that, okay, let me even see what this thing is all about, since I was also already looking for something to do, in the UK. So when I attended the open section, I so realized that, oh, this is not very technical, and then that actually resonated with me. I was actually happy that probably maybe this is one thing that I could do. So I joined the training class, and then during the training I soon realized that, look, the first thing that I really needed to do really was to understand the basic fundamental principle of what GRC is all about. And immediately during the class, when I got that proper understanding of what GRC, is all about, that the rest was a lot easier for me. So right now, if you ask me, I flow very well now in the GRC language. And in addition to that, also, I also realized that the GRC, what it's all about, is something that resonate with our day-to-day activities as well. When you talk about your risks, your vulnerability, your threat, your control, it's all something that resonate with us, and something that you can actually, relate with. And then with that, I realized that it's a career that I can actually grow in. And then because it's something that I can relate to day also, it actually made it very interesting to me. And in the class, I learned so much in the class. And if you ask me sincerely, I actually wish I'd started this a long time ago in my career because I couldn't even ask for anything better. And then more importantly, in the training class also, we had a trainer who is also, I mean, he is very, very good, and just to let you guys know that, remember, I was sounds like you, and the beginning of my journey to GRC space, being a professional in it, was actually attending a training session like this, and I was glad that I did, despite my initial fear. And I can confidently tell you now that I'm in a very good place now to call myself a GRC, specialist. I've learned a lot in the class, and I believe that you too, you can make a career out of the GRC training class. So my recommendation, to you really is to ensure that you go over what you have been taught in the class, because during the class, when we were in the training class, what they kept on telling us is that, look, don't leave your revision, don't leave all the things you are being taught, don't leave it too late and all that, because before you realize it, is a class that you will be taught quite a lot of things. If you leave it too late, you easily get overwhelmed with so much of material that you need to read and so much of the things that you need to prepare for. So my recommendation is, as you are being taught from one section to the other, ensure you go over it, over and over again. Don't leave your revision till too late. Go over your recordings, go over your then the one thing that I also noticed that really helped me, during the training, was actually the workshop. That, honestly, you cannot beat that workshop, because some of the things that they gave us, as a workshop, as a class assignment, was something that, if you ensure that you do this, you participate in it, something that will throw more light even into what you are being taught in the class. You get a proper understanding about this as well. So what we did, based on my own experience, we actually formed a group, in my own training class. We did form a group where, when we are being given an assignment to do, we met, we discussed, we liaised together, we share experience together, and that actually even made us to, get more understanding about what we are being taught in class. And it's something that you have to ensure that you keep abreast of that, and then ensure you also participate in it. It's very important, because it's something, some of those scenarios, from what Tunde said recently, some of those scenarios will play out for you during your interview, because some of those things that you are being given an assignment, you will be shocked that when you get to the interview, those are some of the things that you will meet. And then once you have a proper understanding of this, you will easily skate through this easily. And then one thing that I know also, that also they encourage us during the class also, was to do some certification, but it will be a plus really, but it's not really a showstopper from you getting a job really. The most important thing is getting to understand what the training is all about. Know, get your fundamental principle, know what this whole thing is all about. Ensure you do your workshop, you do your training, you read, you revise. And above all, I can tell you that if you join the class, you won't regret it, because right now, I'm actually happy that I did. Moreover, you have a fantastic trainer. They're always willing to help you even after the training, because for my own, during our own training, we got a lot of help outside. Even when we finish the training class, they're always there to help us, they're always there to explain things to us. So my take is that, look, why don't you make hay while the sun shines now? Time wait for no one. Enroll in the class, get to do whatever you have to do, and above all, I wish you guys the very best. It's something, is a training that you won't regret doing. You will love it in the long run. I'm actually enjoying it really. In fact, one thing that I probably have not mentioned to Bolaji was that, if you are in Bolaji's class, or honestly, you can sit in his class for the whole day. You will enjoy listening to him. You will enjoy listening to all what he's saying. I wish my class has never ended, but I wish I can still
Thank
continue.
you.
Thank you so much. And Tunde too has a lot to share. So Tunde, my own is that I'm still, I will still come and join the architecture class. I want to be part of that class too. So
Okay,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much for the opportunity that you are giving to me to share this experience.
No,
It's
Thank you.
something
thank you
that
for the
you
kind.
guys will enjoy doing. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
for the kind words, Catherine. Really appreciate it. Sunday, I know you have a question. If you just give us 2 minutes, let the second alumni speak, then you can ask your
Yeah.
question afterwards. We're just conscious a bit of time.
No,
So,
maybe
um,
my question might actually just cover the next person.
okay.
My also apply to. I was just going to ask Catherine. So, from the time you finished the training and the time you got a job, what was the interval? How long did it take you to get a job? And of course, the next one can also answer the question. Thank you.
Hello.
We can hear you, Catherine.
Okay, it was asking me how long did it take me?
Yes. So let,
Okay,
let,
to
let me let me jump in here, Sunday, and help answer that question. So we have one of the things that we try and measure our success rate, and I think this is something that Tunde mentioned at the beginning. Our target really is, so the way we operate is, once the course ends, you're meant to go away, and then so for every class we do, all the 10 classes, the 5 workshops and the 5 lecture classes, we record those sessions. So you have 10 sessions worth of videos of 6 hours each week to watch. So what happens is when the course ends, you're meant to go away, go and absorb all of that information. After that, once you're confident that you understand the topic, you come back to us. We then do your CV. Then we say, go and own that CV, then come back for mock interview. So the time that it takes from when the course ends to when you get a job, it depends on you as an individual. So we have people who did the course last year who haven't even come back yet because they have other commitments. They have too much going on that they don't have time to watch the video. On the flip side, in fact, we had a guy who actually got a job before the 5-week course ended.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I thought I should jump in very quickly, it varies from person to person. Ultimately, we're down to you as an individual, depend on the amount of time you're able to commit to the studying. So, like we say, we do 4 hours on a Saturday. By the time I finish the training on Saturday at 2 p.m., you would have only absorbed maybe 10 or 20%. So you need to go back and rewatch the recording to be able to then understand what we've covered over the 4 hours. So for some people, they say they cover those 4 hours over 2 days, in bits. Somebody said they sit down and they devour the 4 hours in one go. So by the end of the 5 weeks, they're there. Some people, it takes them a month after the course ends before they think they've had enough time to consume all the material that we provided and then come back for the initial mock interview. That initial mock interview is where we said we use it to assess whether there are any gaps, and then you can go back and um, try and close those gaps off. So in trying to answer that question, honestly, it depends on you. So one person got a job by week 4 of the course. Some people got a job maybe 2 months after. Some people even haven't got a job yet because they haven't come back to us yet. Okay, thank you. Olubumi, very quickly. I think you want to share your own experience. Thank you, Catherine.
You're most welcome.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olubumi. I took the course earlier this year. For me to retract, first of all, my background is in the financial sector. So I do have an initial experience with frameworks, financial policies and so forth. So yes, I was at a stage whereby I was thinking that, you know what, I wanted a change in career, a change in direction, something that would bring a bit more excitement, so to speak, to my job. And I was, obviously I spoke to Bolaji and Tunde. I also attended their previous masterclass as well. And it was a no-brainer for me based on my previous work experience, or it was a no-brainer to go and register for the GRC stream of the training. And I must admit that I've had no regrets. For me, it was a bit of slightly, I would say, I did struggle a bit. I am not technical at all. However, when I did join the course, I now find out that, okay, it's not too bad. A lot of it I could relate to. A lot of it you'd read about in the papers as well, especially when and I liked the reason why I chose GRC and did the course is that I now realize that, yes, it's not technical. A lot of it you could relate to what's happening to everyday companies. Every day you see one company saying they've had a data breach, or one company, especially, one company, they've been locked out by ransomware and things like that. So that was interesting, and it made the course easier to absorb as well. So yes, the structure of the course was great. The course content as well was wide and was on point as well. What I loved most was the exposure to different aspects of GRC. So we did touch on the different frameworks. We touched on something called third-party risk as well, which was great. We touched on disaster recovery, business continuity. So it was quite, when I use the word intense, not in a negative way, but in a good way, so to speak. And I think another thing was value for money as well. Kudos to the trainers as well. They do say that, you know, even though you do the course, there's a lot of work for us to do. So definitely, I took that on board, made sure that I won't say that I was an A student in terms of going through the videos. However, I did my best, and I did external research as well. The great part of the course for me definitely was the workshop as well. I love the fact that we could, like like Catherine said, you know, we formed a group whereby we came together, shared ideas on our presentation or the artifacts that we were to deliver. And I love that fact that we were able to brainstorm together. Everybody did their work, and I love the fact that we were able to present our findings as well, and we were given fantastic positive feedback as well, so which added to our confidence. And that's another thing that I took from this course as well. My confidence has increased in that area of GRC as well. You know, in most areas, you always get these buzzwords. Now I'm quite confident in using the buzzwords, understanding it as well. And I am confident in using examples to back these buzzwords up as well. So yeah, the beauty for, you know, what I took from this GRC, exactly the same thing what Catherine said: confidence, knowledgeable, confidence again as well, buzzwords, and to be able to actually, you know, go for interviews. And yeah. Another thing is, same thing what Catherine said as well. I love the fact that we were encouraged to do mock interviews. Some people shy away from it. It is a confidence thing to be able to, because a lot of people, and I speak for myself, you don't want to go in front of somebody and sound stupid, you know, mention buzzwords that you don't know what it means, or if they question you further, you begin to fall apart. So I love that fact that, yes, we're giving additional support in terms of mock interviews, in terms of crafting our CVs. We were handheld. We were also encouraged that, look, it's not that they're magicians. The onus is on us to own our CV, to be able to present it, to be able to talk about it as well, and to come across as being knowledgeable. So yeah, those are the nuggets that I would take away from this course, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody else who is at that crossroads in terms of looking for something else to do out there. And yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Olubunmi. Thank you for the very kind words. Thank